I'm hearing here.
So it looks like we will have to cancel
Yep.
the whole thing today.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Guys watching, if you came for the show match and you see Tempo somewhere around, please remind him that
He missed it
he missed it and that he should not miss it.
next week.
He should not miss his own events and own matches. That's kind of
Mm.
maybe something really serious happened. Maybe
Mm.
that is it because he's not online anywhere, like Twitter, Skype, nowhere to be found. So
That's really frustrating. I don't think there's anything we can do to compensate this to the people. Yeah. No, well, what you want to do? You just next week and that's it.
I think we're just going to try to go next week, but there are a couple of suggestions here.
Um.
Psycho wants to entertain some people,
Hmm?
so let's see how.
How he's willing to do that?
Well, Defusion and Psycho are both around Masters,
There we go.
so I don't know.
I could
Maybe.
always see if someone from my clan is online on the European server, since they're from Europe anyway, and let them play against them. I don't know if that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that could be. But we'd have to play on NA servers because I hate relogging.
Oh yeah, I'm already relogging to see if I can find anybody. There's so many people online, but most of them are in games.
Avian says cast Eleran.
Cast Valorant, there you go.
Eleran is I don't even know what rank he is right now, so could be a little bit unfair. Defusion versus Psycho. Seems like that could be the order of the day. Laren versus Alaran, battle of the names. Yeah, sure. We can do it sometimes, but not today. I am really sorry. Not today.
I know, right? Um, yeah, but if you do you want me to get someone for you to play
No, I
against
think
one of these guys?
we'll do the Diffusion versus Psycho.
That one? Okay, on
Yeah.
the US server?
No, here on NA.
On NA. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Americas. At least we'll have a game, right? It's better than nothing. Let's see.
Okay. Let's see if I can join the lobby of Psycho.
I don't think I can.
Oh, it's starting! What the fuck?
Really? I'm trying to join the lobby, but oh, I got an error.
Oh my god. Okay, okay. I'll just quit the lobby. I will just quit the lobby. And we'll wait until the guy reloads. And we'll at least cast one match.
There we go. I'm getting an invite for something.
Yeah. It should be Akilon Wastes.
Akalan Waste, yep. It's Belnoir against Defusion. The
I
thing
don't
I've
want to be
always wanted to
playing.
get.
I don't want to be playing.
Well, it's not what we promised, but at least we're gonna show you a match, and I think that's nice, you know. I think that's the good way to do it because else it's just
I
a
think as a
yeah.
compensation to the viewers that they
Yes.
did not get to see the illustrious tempo.
Now I've got a great idea. All right. You open Starboard, you don't show the names, and you just make one of their names Tempo.
No. Sorry, not doing that.
It could have worked. We could have fooled everybody.
We could have, but I don't think it would have worked because if you hover over the buildings or units, it shows the name. So, okay, it is going to be a best of 3, guys. Just so you know, we have map list, etc., etc., etc. So, map pool. I'm just going to show this to you. Map pool.
All right. I'm guessing it's just a standard map pool.
Well, it's the latter versions. Yes,
The latter version. There we go.
it is the latter versions.
Okay, take it away.
All right. So, Acheron Wastes is the first map of the day. We do have the red Terran Defusion spawning at the top location here. At the top left.
Yep, and at the bottom right corner, we have from Team Orange League as well, Psycho, the Prottos player. And it's gonna be a clan snipe here. I mean, these players should know how they play, right?
They
practice
should.
a lot.
They
Yes.
should, because they practice, so they should know.
Holy cow! That overlay is so orange.
It is so orange. That's not the first thought that came to my mind when I saw it. But alright, wait a second. I'm gonna pause the stream. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's very orange, and it's funny that one of the guys is actually orange, and the other guy takes a red color so that it's as much orange as possible.
Yeah, true that. Okay, where is the barracks going to go down? Near the ramp. No wall off being built so far, so this will of course mean that Psycho can go ahead and scout the gas timings and everything without fear of repercussions, or actually unhindered was the word I was looking for, because there's no ramp block, and so far things are going normal, except that Defusion is not taking a gas.
Yeah, and I think this barracks placement is a little bit awkward, to be honest. I mean, he placed this barracks so that it doesn't ramp up the wall. Why wouldn't you just place it close to the mineralizer? You can protect your ICV a little bit easier against throw harassment. That's a strange decision, in my opinion.
I have no idea, but
That's actually when you don't want the wall off as a Terran. Usually what you do is you make it as close to the mineral line as possible, so that when they can't annoy you.
You get the best eco and advantage by it, and yeah, it's there is no point in putting the barracks here near the wall. And we do see a command center even before 3:15. I think he must have skipped an SCV or something.
Yep.
Because usually you get it at 3:15 and you can't get it any earlier, even if you do build that first marine. So I didn't.
Yeah, it's the probe does scout it now. One of the things I like to do is I actually fake an expansion. I go for gasless barracks, and then I make a bunker in the front, and I just throw down 2 geysers and go 2 port banshee. But it looks like he's gonna play standard, and we also have a nexus going down on the other side, and it will be a stalker first. There we go.
I said this already, but I really think that Prottos should be getting the mothership core as the first unit, just because of, especially if they're doing 1 gate expands, just because of the energy. If you get a mothership core as your first unit with your first 100 gas, that means when the mothership core pops, that and then you get a stalker, a gateway, and you try to expand off of that immediately as soon as you hit 400 minerals. The mothership core will have exactly 100 energy when your expansion nexus finishes. So in case you are going to be up against a marine poke, you can activate the photon overcharge just right on time. It also defends quite well versus 2 racks play. So that energy is quite important. But as it is, Mothership Core just now popping out. The expansion is on the way, and you see if that Mothership Core was built 1 minute earlier, it would have had 100 energy just right about now, as the Nexus
Yeah,
is finishing.
and the Mothership Core, if the Terran goes for one gate expand, it pays for itself. You can just throw down one of those time warps on the SCV line, and it's paid for itself. That's a lot of minerals and gas loss. If you throw down close to the gas miner, it's actually like it pays double for itself. 200 minerals, 200 gas loss. So that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so the Stalker did its job, not losing a hull hit points there by any means. We have the robotics facility going down 20 seconds ago, so that's a little bit later than what you wanted to go down in case you want to be absolutely safe versus Widow Mine drops. But since the Protoss has scouted that there was no gas going down, no Widow Mine drops will be occurring in the near future. So the Robo Bay, the Robo facility is actually timed accordingly to that. Usually, if you do see a fast gas, you want to get it at around 5:30, 5:40, the latest. And we see that this is going to, this is going to be a gateway-focused army.
No, the Protoss is basically getting everything right now. He's going for the robotics facility. He's getting an observer, but he's also adding a Twilight Council. So he's going to. I want to make everything. If he adds a Stargate, it's like he's got everything.
No. This is a pretty standard build if you want to be going for a gateway-focused army with Charge and Storm. And I think what he's going to do, since he already has the Forge, but he's getting attack upgrade, not armor upgrade, so I'm really confused by this. Usually what you do, you get the Robo because of the observers. You want to keep tabs on the army movements, and this observer, will it see the approaching army? Yes, it does.
No, I agree with you, but when you get the damage upgrade, you expect him to go either for Colossi or Immortals because they benefit so much from it. He's attacking the rocks and he's not focusing firing that army right there.
Oh, time warp going down on all the army, but that will not save this Mothership Core, and
they were already close enough. It was useless.
Yeah.
Such a bad position to be in for the Protoss now.
Yeah, he doesn't have any army out. He's got 2 Zealots and probes, and that's it. And he's going to lose a lot of probes here.
He's going to lose a lot of probes. Now, he does have an Immortal coming out, so that will deal with the Marauders. If he can pick off these Marines with the Zealots, he should be in a decent position to hold, but he's going to be very far behind after this.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the Marines were practically dead, so... But if you look at the resources lost, look how much the Protoss has lost. That's really a heavy blow to be dealt at the start of the game. It's not really something you want to happen to you. Okay, so it's going to be Blink. Now the attack upgrade makes sense, but as I always say, Blink is not the upgrade you want to be getting unless because especially not this late into the game. The stim will be finishing in a couple of seconds. The Blink will be virtually useless.
You know, the Blink, I've noticed this in a few of my ladder games. Blink is really useful against mines, because when you see a mine going towards a Stalker, like when you want to force a hit and you blink, it will miss. That's something that's really... True. I've seen it a lot.
It's the same as with Banshees.
Yeah.
You can blink just before the shot connects and you take 0 damage, but I mean, in a big battle, you're not going to be doing that.
No. In a big battle, it's useless. But if he positions like 2 Widow Mines in front of his base, you can actually just queue up the move Blink, and then it will always miss. It's quite easy to do. You got about a second to blink.
2.5 seconds, I think, is the activation time for the Widow Mines. So yeah, that is true. 3rd command center being planted down by the Terran. And if we look at the army sizes, Psycho is terribly behind. Basically, when these combat chills finishes and this +1 armor finishes, I think
he's gonna go.
I think Defusion is going to go. Look at this, adding 3 more barracks. He is certain to get aggressive very soon. And this is not a push that Psycho will be able to stop. There is no AoE out. He just is now finishing Blink. He's getting the +2 attack upgrade. But what good is DPS to you if your units cannot stay alive long enough to do it?
Yep, one of the really cute things that Terran did, in my opinion, is he made missile turrets. He never scouted a Stargate or anything, but he just made 1 missile turret in each mineral line. I would advise, in the current state of the game, for every Terran to do that, because if he drives in 1 Oracle during an attack, you'll lose everything. It's so good, and it doesn't cost that much in the mid game.
Yeah, it's just have the missile turret ready by 6:50, 7 minutes, something like that, just blindly, just to be sure. That's also about the time DT's coming. So
Yep, you're gonna be so safe against a lot of things. Now this medevac's gonna get a good scout off. He sees the expansion coming down. He's also gonna fly into the main. The main army isn't really reacting. He's poking into the front, and now he has to make a decision. He's gonna blink his stalkers up and try to deal with this medevac while the other units poke in, and that's a beautiful move by the Terran here.
yeah, the blinking was not as successful because of the base layout that Psycho has right here, and the army protecting the natural has all but taken out at this stage of the game. A supply blocking Psycho by killing all those pylons. Still one Marauder wailing away at the probes. Gonna get himself maybe, no, he will get 0 kills, and that medevac just comfortably flies away. And I think this did its damage. I mean, all the sentries, all the zealots are gone, all the immortals are gone, no hard-hitting units, and stalkers, they're just made of paper, man, in this matchup.
Now the thing is, he blinked all of his stalkers to defend the drop, and all the immortals and the sentries were just stuck on the low ground.
They just died.
They got sniped up. Yep. So that's such a huge investment because 3 immortals, that's a lot of money and gas you lose.
340 APM for Defusion. He must be Korean.
Yep. If you check the unit's last step right now, you see that the Terran's been so cost efficient. And he got his third base up running earlier. He already did the damage. The Terran is looking so good in this game right now. Playing it safe though.
Yeah, 62 SCVs to something around 40 probes. We have the Ghost Academy just now finished. Adding more factories, in fact, which is curious to me. Wait a minute. Did he? Do we have 2 factories, really? No, we don't. What, am I blind? I must be.
Well, that would be really sad because why would you wear glasses then?
Yeah, but my brain is blind. It's not my eyes, it's my brain that's farting all the time. Nevertheless, if we look at the upgrades, +2 attack for the Prottos, but +2 attack and +1 armor for the Terran, that will make the staying power of this army a lot bigger. And the Prottoss is going for Archon and Stalkers. Nice move, evacuating the probes from the natural in anticipation of this attack. Blink in, not a good idea. All those Stalkers are going to die. The Archons are doing the damage they need to be doing. And the infantry is getting healed massively by these medevacs. I gotta give it to Psycho. He tries to surround the army, but did not succeed. Too much power, no splash, and that's it.
Yeah, and there was just no Colossus, no Storm, and too much stuff. I mean, for Prottoss, it's hard to hold off those kind of attacks with a Gateway army, and it's even harder when you have less units. It becomes impossible at that point.
Yeah, definitely. It does. So, it should be loser's pick.
Yep. And it looks like the winner of the match is really happy about that.
Yeah, it looks like he is.
He's like, oh, loser pick.
Loser pick, pick the map, blah, blah, blah. He's dancing around like a little schoolgirl.
Yes.
In short skirts. Okay.
Yep, it is going to be Cloud Kingdom. It's not in the map pool, but I think it's okay. I actually missed that map in the map pool. I've become so comfortable.
One? Cloud
Kingdom, yeah.
Well, yeah. It's one of the better maps in my opinion. A lot of guys have issues with it, but in my opinion it's one of the better maps because it allows for a lot of types of play, a lot of strategies, and you're not really limited by the map, so I think it's really good. But so many games have been played on it that it's getting a little bit old, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. It's the same with Daybreak, of course. But yeah, as a player, it's really nice if you feel comfortable on a map. It's like coming home. You feel comfortable because you know the place. And these maps are just like that.
Unless you've been cheating on your wife and you're afraid she found out in the meantime, but yeah.
No, on that part, I really have I have a history on that part, but let's not talk about that.
Really? You
Anyway,
know, on the internet, especially in
mm,
a live streamed broadcast, you shouldn't mention such things because you're guaranteed people start asking questions and you will
I
have to answer them.
all right. I never cheated on anyone, so that's good. That's good.
Okay, so it was the other way around. I feel
There
sorry
we
for
go.
you.
There we go. So it's not that bad for me. I mean, if you find out
Okay.
things like that later, you're like, "Ooh, oops." Wait, you were married? That's like a really awkward
Ooh.
conversation with like coffee in the morning.
So this is what happened. Well, not going to say anything about this. I mean, it's just bad luck, I guess.
I don't know. All of a sudden, I have like this really eager moment that I want to introduce the players. So on the bottom side, we've got the red Terran winning the first game. It's gonna be from clan ORL, which stands for Orange League. It's Defusion.
Defusion is the clan leader. That means that Psycho cannot win. He has to give him at least some names, some game wins. Speaking of Psycho, he's spawning on the opposite side of the map in the top right as Orange, of course, Orange Prottos. Now I know why he picks orange color, because he's the leader of Orange Clan, Team Orange League.
There we go. Yeah, I like that. I think if you're in a clan with a color in it, you have to pick that color. It's kind of an unwritten rule,
You
I think.
should. You
Hmm.
should. Now, orange is my favorite color to use in StarCraft as well, but it's just for for the image of it, because I have the color mods turned on anyway, so I'm always green. But I pick orange because I really loved Adele Scott's play back in the day when he was really good, and he had some really nice idea. He revolutionized PvT at a stage in the game where everybody thought you have to go Colossi, that gateway armies cannot stand up to Terran armies, they're too weak. And he just went mass gateways double forge in a day before the double NG Bay play was even invented. And during the era of the 4-gate, he devised a gasless opening that was actually pretty safe versus 4-gate and could do a whole lot of damage. So I really liked his innovative style, and his color was orange, so I started using it as well in tribute to him.
That's actually really nice. I like that. You know, when a player inspires you, I think that's really cool. It doesn't have to be a player. It can be a caster. It
Oh
can
my
be anything.
god.
But that's so cool.
Okay.
Hmm?
No, for a second there I thought Psycho is not going to check the gases, but he
Oh,
did. So he knows the gas is down.
yeah. The
And
gas.
if a marine does not come out at, let's say, 3:15, he gotta know it's a Reaper. He just
Yep.
has to know.
And once again, he's going on and making these awkward decisions where to place the buildings, and he's actually gonna lose this SCV. I feel like.
Oh,
Yep.
Hero Probe.
Yeah. It's not about the probe or the SCV. It's just because of the building placement is so awkward by him. To be honest. Oh,
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing he does. It's just his thing.
yeah. I hope that someone gets inspired by Diffusion these games, and he's gonna always build his like barracks and depot at the front like that. That would be hilarious.
It would be. Now the Stalker is just going to come out just in time. It is going to start looking for that Reaper. Reaper being smart and goes straight up the ramp because
Yep.
he knows that he's going to be expected near the cliff.
Yeah, that's actually a really cute move he did there, and I like that. I've done that on occasion as well.
Oh,
People always go to the cliffside, and then they're like, "Oh, you go to the entrance. I'm gonna go to the entrance," and bam, he goes to the cliffside.
oh my
That's
god,
really
look,
well done.
look
That's
at
really well done.
Diffusion. Look at Diffusion just playing around with Psycho. Psycho
Mind
looking for
games.
that Reaper, not finding it, and that Reaper, oh my god. Two
Yeah.
kills already. Okay, Robo going down. This is way too soon for a Robo, on the other hand, if you see a gas.
Yep.
I
This
don't want to
is.
nitpick, but it is.
Yep. Now the Reaper did go down, and I don't think he saw that robotics had the district division of the Terran. No, he actually did. He saw the Robo
He
Bay
did.
and he saw the gateway, and he's still expanding. I think that's a brave move from him, but he is making some mines, so that's gonna
Oh
be good.
god. Oh god, Psycho canceled the Robo. He's going for a 4-gate.
Yep, going for a 4-gate. Now, I don't know about that. That's such an awkward decision because when you see 2 gateways and a robotics facility, as a Terran and he's not expanding, you're already gonna make like
A
as
lot
many
of
bunkers as
units,
you can
yeah,
imagine.
of course.
Yeah.
Because it can be an immortal bust, it can be a
Hmm.
war prism. You are going to start favoring army,
Hmm.
and well, there is a bunker going up at the natural. That is true. We have a
Yep.
probe moving out, trying to build a proxy pylon down south, and this was like he wanted to trick maybe Defusion into going, okay, he's building a robo, so yeah, I will prepare for that, but he might not be prepared for a 4-gate. But even then, you should not do this, because 4-gate timings have to be so precise, so on razor's edge, that if you don't do it from the start of the game, if you switch to 4-gate later on, it's not going to work.
Yeah, and there's already medevacs going out, so it's a little bit late. I remember I had a funny game earlier where he's actually gonna go for a drop that might be really bad because the army's gonna be there. This
Yeah.
could be really bad.
Oh,
But,
he's going to go back with
yeah,
that
yeah, he's gonna
medevac,
go
I
back
think,
with.
or maybe even. Oh yeah, this is what he's going to do. He's going to sacrifice the natural, close his door, but he has to be on time with that land. He should leave one
I don't
SCV
think
there
it's
to build the
gonna be
depot.
close. I don't think the door's gonna be closed. Now he's gonna back off because he saw the mine, but I think he can just walk up there. Don't you think? There's
Yeah,
like
I
a
think he can sacrifice one unit, like such as a zealot or something, and just walk up there before the bunker finishes. Because frankly, there's no army up there.
Just send the mothership core in first. That survives one shot anyway.
Yeah.
Now
And
there
now
is gonna be a drop soon though, but I don't actually know.
Oh, God.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. There's the drop.
Okay. The game is over,
Um,
guys. 12 probes killed. I mean,
Yeah,
and
those two mines did so much damage. You can see the Widow mine with 4 kills there, and
yeah.
yes, the Marines also getting some kills, and the other mine has 4 kills as well. So that's a really good drop from him. Now I think the Protoss could have won though if he ran up the ramp. I think he could have won.
Yeah, I think he could have done, well, maybe not one, but could have done a lot of damage. Forced the medevac to come back at least, and would be in an okay spot, in my opinion. Such as it is, he's hopelessly behind in economy, and the Terran has his stim starting. He will have his +1 starting very shortly here. There we go. Not missing a beat. Even the drop was salvaged in its entirety, I feel like.
Yeah, and the only good thing for the Protoss right now is that when he starts mining again, he will not need any production facilities for the longest time because he's got a robotics facility and 4
True.
gateways, so he can manage for that for a long time. But that's about it.
True.
Yeah, the expansion already coming down for the Terran. He's got a lot of Widow mines. He can be really annoying with these Widow mines as well, trying to burrow them everywhere. You know what's funny? That Protoss always move their observer to see the Widow mines, and if you scan, you usually, like 9 out
Kill
of 10
the
times, kill the
observer,
observer. Yeah, oh, it's brilliant.
Because Prottoss is like, I don't know why, but they just tend to position the observer directly on top of the mine instead of like, okay, I see a mine, hold your place here, don't go further. And they're like, because it requires a lot of micro,
Yeah, it actually does.
Overseers are not killed with one shot with a Widow mine, but observers are. They're really
Yep.
squishy. Okay.
Some good hits going off there during the attack. Time warp
Oh,
is
this
really
one, this
nice.
might actually work really well. The bunkers are empty, but the observer went down. There's no more detection for the Protoss, but he is doing a lot of damage. He is trying to get back into this game. I would probably wants to save that mothership core though, for as long as possible for a possible recall. But since there are no Marines here, there's nothing that can shoot up, and that's really the thing that's holding this army together right now.
Yep, the Widow mine does get a kill or two right there, and there's some Marines reinforcing from the top side. Time warp going down to prevent the one SCV from going up. That's a really strange
Good
move,
call.
but still, it prevents reinforcement from the command center. And he's actually killing everything here, Patrick. I mean,
Yeah, he is. I'm surprised this
surprised.
worked as well as it did. I think the bunkers being so late up as they were, Defusion just got a little bit caught off guard here, and the biggest problem though is there's still no detection. We don't have an observer out on the field, so with good mine positioning, bam, another zealot goes down.
yeah, the mines are going to be key here. Now, the Terran lost a lot, but he still has 2 mules and 2 SCVs at a time, so he could still come back
Yep.
into this game. But this game is evening out really a lot right now.
He has to get rid of this army first, and it doesn't look like he will be able to. Though it's Stim, Well, those Marines don't have a lot of staying power. Retreating those Marines from the time warp was a mistake. I think they should have. He should have just like, sacrificed them in order to kill this army as fast as possible. Because, well, he can afford to do so. He's got 2 command centers. He can get back into this. The Protoss can't.
Yep. Now the mine is gonna kill the mothership core
Oh
there
my
and
god,
cleans it
that's
up. Yeah,
that's a loss, if I ever saw one.
That's
So Psycho expanding, and this, on the other hand, gives Defusion a huge window of opportunity to do a counterattack. All
yep,
he
he's saying
needs.
never surrender, and
Yep.
I can agree with him. I mean, he killed that army and a lot of SCVs.
Yeah, the economy is evened out. We have 2 mules and 19 probes. 2 mules and 15 SCVs versus 19 probes. I mean, the income for the Terran is still way higher because he's got 2 bases to mine from. He's got 2 mules, so.
Yeah, he's also gonna reproduce faster with the
Yeah.
2 SCVs. He's also got enough production for the rest of the game, so that's good. And yeah, he's gonna make mines. He's already got a lot of upgrades. He's got combat shield. He's got stim pack. Whereas the Protoss, he can make immortals, but that's about it. He doesn't have any real tech out. He just has these 4 gateways and a robotic facility. So the Terran already has medevac, stuff like that. He's way ahead.
And he doesn't have any gas either, and the Terran is moving ahead right now with 10 Marines, 6 Marauders. Medevacs will be following suit in a little while here, taking out the proxy pylons, both of them at least. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty sad and short story. I think expanding was a mistake by Psycho. He should have reinforced, pushed in. He could have, just build 1 observer, reinforce, and he could have taken the game. But as it is, he won't be able to do so. This only delays the inevitable. No need to kill the Nexus, actually. Just go into the main base and gut everything that is there.
Yep.
Would be enough.
Now he does have 2 sentries, so potentially he can be annoying and ramp it off. So there will be need of medevacs if that happens. These Widow Mines are being burrowed, but he doesn't have high ground vision, so they can't actually attack. If he scanned, that would have done a lot of damage. There's 1 medevac, that won't be enough, I think. And yeah, the Protoss can still hold on for a little bit, but at this time it's delaying the inevitable, I feel like.
Yeah, he used that medevac to scout what is up, and now he sees that there is not that much for defending. Nice snipe on the medevac. That is going to. That's 1 wasted stim essentially. That's 10% damage to the units below. But the Protoss will not be able to hold this ramp. Also, we do have the +1 attack finished as well, wasting energy on the mothership core, baiting that time warp out. Very nice move by Defusion. That basically makes it so that Psycho cannot retreat from here, and he's just waiting for that stims again and tries to go for some of those Stokers. Nice moves here we are seeing by Defusion.
Yeah, the majority of his army is his expansion, actually. Like the army he almost killed the Protoss with isn't his main army.
Yeah.
He's still got a lot of supply back in his base. He's gonna send it out right now, and yeah, there's not gonna be enough sentries. There's not gonna be enough stalkers. There's just not gonna be enough. And he will find out soon enough. There's even a 3rd base being laid down by the Terrans. That just proves how far ahead he is, to be honest.
Yeah, the 3rd base will have to be delayed or cancelled, possibly, because the army is too far away. But still, this Protoss army is forfeit. It cannot retreat. It cannot stand up against this Terran army that is just coming in. And we will see GG very shortly here once these units die, because those are the last units Psycho has. He doesn't have an economy. He doesn't have an expansion. He's got nothing going for him at this point, sadly.
No, there's not really that much going on for the Protoss right now, and the Terran will just push in and end this game as fast as possible. We see some Zealots being warped in the main base. If he wants to make this game last longer, he should be warping in some sentries, because he has to wall off that ramp. The moment that Terran walks up, it's GG.
Yeah, we have a 1 Stalker that somehow snuck his way past all the units, because the Terran army and the Stalker both were on move command, of all things. It's just chilling here between the bases, unscouted by the Terran.
But not unscouted by the Observer.
Yeah, the observer was there, and it even gets away.
Yep, they're friends. That Observer and that Stalker, they're like best friends. They
For
follow each other.
Narnia!
You see some probes being built.
Well,
All of his probes being built.
it
Actually,
is true that that army on the top is hopelessly out-stimmed, but it's not going to change anything, I don't think.
it's okay. The Stalker from the main base reinforcing this really quickly right there, and oh, he's gonna no.
No, he's not. And it should be GG right now. No probes, 2 probes, mining gas, and there's the ha 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 GG. 2-0.
Dancing, guys. There we go.
2-0 Defusion Psycho. So.
Yep. Now this was supposed to be the match with Tempo tonight. Sadly, we couldn't give you that. I hope everybody found this entertaining.
Well, at least we gave you a little bit of a band-aid in case you really wanted to see something, but
Yep.
that's going to be it.
Yeah, I mean, we still had the viewers that were watching at the beginning during this, so I hope you guys like that. And next week you're going to be casting the games with Tempo against
Psycho.
Psycho. There we go.
So
you
it
saw
should be...
Psycho's play a little bit. That's a preview for next week, I guess.
Yeah, I think we can call it that. Now, all we have to do is reschedule the match, make sure that everybody shows up, and yeah, basically that. So tomorrow I'm doing the fun fan action on my stream. So if you want to play, come play arcade games, go to my Twitter or Facebook. And make sure to find, or just go to my stream. There is a link to the group chat. The stream is twitch.tv/BelleNoir. And you can find the link for the StarCraft 2 European server group chat. If you join that, you can get yourselves some games. Also, I have a Twitter, a YouTube, a Facebook. Everything is BelleNoir TV. And of course, follow Myth Odin and Clan Mythology. I think it's clan-mythology.com.
Yes, never forget the dash because you will be on a Japanese porn site. So really don't forget the dash. I don't know who did that. We found out too late, but it's clan-myth.com. Don't go to the one without the dash unless you're really interested in that kind of stuff. Yeah, and app Midodin for the Twitter. That's really awesome.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry we did not give you what you wanted, but we shall try to do so next week.
Yes.
Until that time, you guys stay safe, good luck, have fun, and remember to storm first and ask questions later.